everyone. So I'm getting ready to take my morning methylene blue, and I wanted to make a video that only focused on this for a minute so that if you wanted to try it, you would know how to start. Now, methylene blue, I'm using a food grade. This one is 1%. I will put the link to the one that I have bought and I'm using now in the description. Now, I created a video about the secrets to beating chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue, and this was part of that video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Now, to get started on methylene blue, it wasn't easy because people like us that aren't well, this is a hard supplement to get on. And let me explain. I started literally with this much water and one drop out of this bottle. It comes out and drops. It was one drop. It's a tiny amount. And when I first started it, after that one drop, I waited 30 minutes and I didn't feel anything. So I went and took one more drop in about this much water again. It knocked me down. I cannot stress this enough. What is happening is your body's trying to eliminate toxins. When you overload it or you're trying to unload too many at one time, you have a Herx-like reaction. And boy, did I have a Herx-like reaction. I could not function for the majority of that day. It was terrible. So if you're starting out with methylene blue, start off at one drop at a time and go very slow if you have health concerns like I do, or if you're autoimmune or you're dealing with any of these conditions that have caused us to feel so bad. You want to go really, really slow. Now, regular people that are not sick are starting off at 20 and 40 drops. So you can't follow anyone that's taking methylene blue that is well, because they'll tell you to start with 20 or 40 drops at one time every single day. And there's no way. I don't even know what that would have done to me, since 2 drops took me out the entire day. So I started on the one drop in about this much water. And then I did it only every other day. And what I was doing that until I didn't feel any of the Herx-like type reactions. When I felt they dissipated, then I went to one drop every day of methylene blue. I have found that the supplements that are really hard for me to wean on are the supplements that have given me the largest amounts of improvements. Now, sometimes we can take a supplement and it make us feel so bad that we think that means we can't tolerate that supplement or that it's really bad for us. But a lot of time it's just because of the toxins that are building up, or the toxins our body is trying to get rid of is just too fast, too much at one time. So if you can wean yourself onto some of these supplements and go really, really slow and even space it out by 24, 48 hours, we're able to tolerate it a little bit better. And then we're able to start ramping up very slowly different dosages. Now, methylene blue is probably one of the strangest supplements that I've ever tried. And I've tried some really strange supplements. But originally it was invented as a dye, to dye things. But early on, after it was invented, they started to realize that it was helping people with certain conditions. And they started to use it for a lot of things. In the beginning, they used it like an antibiotic before we had all of the antibiotics that we currently have. They were using it to help treat malaria. They were using it for other health benefits. Fast forward to today, and they're starting to do a lot of research on methylene blue with dementia, Alzheimer's, and other types of diseases, and realizing that methylene blue goes straight to the mitochondria and it helps us to produce more ATP. It also can be used as an anti-inflammatory. I have noticed that it just gives me a better feeling of well-being, and it gives me a ton of energy when I combine it with the salt loading drink that I talked about in a different video. There are even studies that have combined methylene blue with red light therapy. The downside to methylene blue and taking it this way is that it can turn your tongue blue, and some people don't like that. Now, as I increase in drops, my tongue would probably become more and more blue. So some people are taking the drops and putting it into capsule form so that they can bypass the tongue and not turn it blue, or they're using straws and different things, but I work from home and it doesn't bother me that much to have a blue tongue for a short period of time. Now, this is the short version of Methylene Blue, what it can do and the health benefits. There's a ton of benefits that people are saying are connected to Methylene Blue, like a lot. And I don't want to discuss all of them here, but I can tell you this is an integral piece of my supplements and probably one of the best supplements that I have found this year. By combining this with the salt loading drink that I talked about in a different video, this has changed my life. The energy levels are through the roof, but it's not anxiety type of energy. It's just good, clean energy. And I feel really good for the entire day. The entire day, even when I go to cook dinner, I feel really good and still have a lot of energy. I don't feel beat down, completely fatigued like I was before. Now, you may start with the one drop, like I said, and feel nothing. I had my husband try one drop and he was like, I feel nothing. I don't know what this is. So we can all take different tolerances and amounts. And overall, I just feel better on the days that I take it. Now, I am up to 2 drops and I'm doing 2 drops every day. I might decide to go to 3 drops one day. I don't know. I feel so well on 2 drops. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to go up in drops or if I'm just going to stay at the 2 drops for a long time and then maybe try 3. I don't know. I'm kind of just playing along as I go and going with how I feel. Because I feel so good on the 2 drops, I think I'm going to hang out here for a while, but I'll do an updated video if I decide to go up, or maybe I'll end up with the 20 drops or the 40 drops. I highly doubt it, but I'll let you know if I ever get there. This has been a game changer for me this year.